All right, so this is Hotfix 1.0.7, and this was released earlier today at 3 in the morning Eastern Standard Time. Content improvements. If you do not select abort or continue during interim reviews and special operations, abort will be selected automatically. Lower the difficulty and mechanics on the hard intercept boss, Frostwalker. Destroying frenzied parts will now generate 2 embers versus 1. Increase the maximum threshold of frenzy gauge, reducing the number of times the Colossus becomes frenzied. When using slug shots to frenzy Colossus, his leg movements will be reduced, making it easier to aim on wing points. Again, I have a video coming out very soon, later this evening. That'll show you a showcase of pre and after Frostwalker. It's a huge difference, very big difference, which is nice. Characters will no longer receive damage when they're in hazardous areas once the Void Intercept battles ends. When Molten Fortress is defeated, lava on the ground is now removed immediately. Swamp Walker defeated, the disease status effect is removed immediately. Restart function for Void Intercept battles, special operations, infiltration operations is now separate into 2 types. Start with the current squads and restart mission. The time available to start on the current squad is also increased to 60 seconds. So what this means is when you're doing a solo op, before it would give you a timer before you can restart, that is removed. So if you're doing a solo run, restart, there's no timer. But if you're in a squad, instead of having 30 seconds to respond, you have now a minute to respond. So that gives you time to clear out your inventory, do whatever you need, then jump in and restart. Now here's the director's comments. The restart function has been separated to restart mission and restart with current squad. Start with the current squad lets you begin the match with the squad that you joined your last intercept battle or infiltration operation. If you want to quickly begin a new match without others, you can select restart mission. There's no time limit on selecting restart mission, so you can restart the mission at your leisure. You should collect an open or amorphous material. So there you go. Display animation of amorphous material when using on the reconstruction device has been simplified, letting you quickly check the materials. When you do open those globes and all that, it's so much quicker. You'll notice a difference. It's not like boom, 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 boom. It's like boom, easy. Field. In the Echo Swamp, Derelict Convert Void Fragment, which is a toxic one that a lot of people have been using to farm for inorganic material, monsters will now spawn faster. The HP monsters in Void Fusion Reactors have been reduced, and they will drop now in more ammo as well as recovery orbs when you defeat them. So if you're trying to grind multiple reactor bosses, they'll be giving you more health as well as ammo drops, so you don't need to have a Enzo on your team to give you constant ammo regeneration, which is nice. In Battle Pass, we've identified issues where the requirements for the Battle Pass Week 6 challenge, when it hurt more if my rifle fired harder, was not met retroactively. We changed the requirements to enhance rifling and reinforcement to level 3, reducing the difficulty of week challenges Battle Pass Week 7 and 8, also increasing the amount of reward XP and supply coins. Here's a director's comment to that. As week 6 of the preseason ends soon, we noticed that the completion rate of battle supply shops were lower than expected. This was due to the fact that the seasonal challenges require everyone to do a lot of grinding. To remedy this, the dev team has come up with the 2 challenges. First, we're lowering the difficulty of weekly challenges for week 7 and 8, which are planned to begin at August 15th. Also, so August 15th, that's in 2 days. So apparently we have this patch, but then there'll be another patch on Thursday, which they've been usually doing. So on August 15th, which is Thursday, also increasing the reward, the amount of supply coins that you can earn from completing all week 7 and 8 challenges will be increased. You'll also receive rewards for a battle supply shop that you cannot receive before. You'll be able to enjoy more battle supply shop rewards by completing weekly challenges during the remaining period. Second, we're currently in the process of adjusting the difficulties for Seasons 1 challenges based on their experience with the preseason. Compared to preseason, you'll be able to complete challenges more naturally as you farm items, reducing the burden of additional grinding. We're also in the process of increasing the value of rewards you get from battle passes. So, when Season 1 hits, I personally have not been running into issues with the weekly challenges. I've not actually been actively checking the weekly. I've just been playing the game, so I've been able to do pass with no issues, but I'm glad that they're increasing the value rewards for the Season 1 Battle Pass. Keys, welcome to the stream. You say, did the nerf any characters? We have not looked at, we have just started the patch, but when my little initial review, no. There's been no patches to characters. Nerfs. There have been fixes, but no nerfs. UI and UX changes. When selecting additional options in hard infiltration operations, all operations remain selected even if you change the additional options. Grapple hook disable and jump disable from the list of additional options can now be selected in hard mode infiltration has been removed. We've been talking about that yesterday. Having no jump and no hook for some of the infiltration missions is almost impossible, so I'm glad they removed that. You can now check the tooltip for amorphous material icons that change selectable reward screen in hard mode infiltration operations. Here's a director's comment to that. As your character becomes stronger, more and more people have chosen additional options over 200%. I think this is a typo, in my personal opinion. I believe it's supposed to be over 100%, not 200, because you can 100 is a base for the hard infiltration missions. And then if you do the modifiers, that is additional 200 and plus light. So, hey Wilson, how's it going? Also Sanchez, how's it going? So I think that was just a typo in my opinion. Hard infiltrations, however, if you choose additional options, you cannot begin matchmaking because it's difficult. If you choose additional options, you cannot begin matchmaking because it's difficult as you to gather party members on chat and communities instead. Therefore, we're currently trying to improve our matchmaking system so you can easily play together even if when selecting additional options. Specifically, additional options will be changed to presets. You'll be able to gather a party depending on the percentage of presets you choose. Furthermore, to increase the matchmaking pool, we're planning to allow people to enter infiltration operations together no matter what amorphous material they choose. Very cool. So in summary for so far is they're going to have the ability to matchmake even if you have modifiers on, because right now you have to have a party and they're saying that it might be a little bit hard finding people to run with. So they're finding ways to still have a challenge, but then be able to matchmake with players. And this looks like that's going to be based on how many, either how many modifiers you have and what morphic material. Oh, actually, they said no matter what morphic, so it doesn't matter what morphic material you're using. Because there are two options they can choose from when you're doing those infiltrations, and so they're removing that barrier there. So that's cool. Let's see here. Let me keep on the chat. They definitely need more battle pass rewards and so many levels. Pass is ridiculous. I need something to grind for. Yeah. We're also planning to change the mission hard infiltration operations for occupation to extermination. We hope you enjoy co-op more easily and experience fast and exciting combat and farming. These changes for hard infiltration operations will be applied in Season 1. So there you go. So there's going to be, these changes will be happening in Season 1. All right, tooltip for equipment now shows up faster. Equipment option tiers are now displayed on the icon. Select the effects of external components are now displayed on the icon. So for those who have not logged in yet, this is going to be the new item screen, which I personally think is amazing because now it shows you the type of mods that you have equipped on your weapon. So this situation, he has two orange ones, two blue ones, and all that. And then if you have an ultimate weapon, how many tiers you've leveled up, which is really cool. So yeah, this is a really nice change that they're doing. As you can see in the screenshot above, the optional tiers of firearms, reactors, external components are now displayed on the icon. The improvements are made so that when you farm reactors, external components have a great option. You can easily identify which items are worth in your inventory and which ones you need to destroy, which is not included in Hotfix 1. So this little note here is not included in today's update. We are preparing additional quality of life features that can help you farm more easily. For instance, you'll be able to assign different symbols to attached items. The junk filter will let you filter items with specific options as junk. The dev team is hard at work to make your farming experience easier. So there's going, instead of having a select all as junk, delete, you can do some fine tunements more, which is pretty cool. Code name, I just woke up, what's going on? We're looking over the Hotfix patch notes right now. Welcome to the stream. In the module acquisition info, we can now check whether a module can be acquired via combining. The module can only be acquired via combination, hard suppression, shot focus, and shield collector. In the consumables menu of the library, you can now see the amount of consumables you currently have. Nice. When receiving all lost and found items, there's not enough inventory in your space. You can now only receive the items according to the remaining space. Very nice. When the unique ability of the unique weapon permanently changes the weapon's default performance, you can now check the changes on the basic info screen. So there was an issue, where when you would upgrade an ultimate with this little note here, you would not know what were the changes, and so they're going to implement. They're having that in the basic info. We'll look at that because I looked at it when I jumped on. It's very nice. Sanchez says, thanks for the carry yesterday. Unfortunately, my chat was 1 hour behind after I joined, so I'm not sure why I might have my internet. Oh, wow, 1 hour behind. That's crazy, dude. All right, for Descendants, fix the amount of recovery displayed on the skill tooltip for Eugen so it matches the improvements made to his recovery amount in Hotfix 1.6. By overhauling the formula, Eugen's recovery skill, the amount of recovery has been slightly increased. So Eugen is actually gaining a buff. Very cool. You gain weapon proficiency when you defeat an enemy with a unique weapon from Luna's stage presence. So I noticed this when Luna first came out. If you have weapons and you're using her weapon, because mainly once you go into her unique weapon state, you do not suggest using your 3 weapons in your weapon slots. But if you're trying to level up at the same time with Luna, those weapons proficiencies were not going up. So they fixed this, which is very nice. You now acquire Luna's Noise Surge modification module in the Hard Intercept Battle Executioner. So for those who do not know, when Luna first released, it was only able to be, you could either combine to get the Noise Surge, or you had to beat Gluttony. But now they moved it now to Executioner, which is the first hard boss mode, so which most people are able to defeat now. So you have a chance of getting Noise Surge from there. So you don't have to wait for Gluttony or try to just combine mods to get a Noise Surge. Just farm Executioner, you'll be fine, which is nice. Try using Luna and her Noise Surge to increase weapon proficiency, defeat enemies with the sound, music, and fall from her charm, says the director's comment. So yeah, that's really nice that you can get proficiency with her ability. Here's some miscellaneous stuff for consoles. Improve AMD frame generation for PS5, Xbox Series X, and Xbox Series S. Change the name of the support droid to support drone. Some bug fixes. Fix an issue with applying filters to the lab and pre-entering the menu caused the filter to not be applied to the list despite the filter itself being maintained. Okay. Fix an issue with Peacemaker did not show up in the weapons materials research auto search. Fix an issue with searching fire, chill, and electric with auto suggestions of Descendant modules are filtered other attributes. I love the quality of life updates from this game. Yeah, it's solid. For Descendants, fix an issue where Bunny's Thrill Bomb skill did not hit nearby enemies when she was equipped with High Voltage, which is her first ability. Very interesting. Luna's Dance while holding her gun when she used an enhanced skill with the Noise Surge module. Fix an issue where Luna's facial graphics were intermittently rendered incorrectly. Sharon could cancel her skill, mouse right click or control L2 even after she fired her flash sword skill during ending motions. So there was a little bit of skill animation canceling. Equipped a range mod would not change the skill description of Ultimate Lepic and Lepic's traction grenade, and a range mod would not expand the effects of Lepic's traction grenade. So they got some fixes to that. Fix an issue where the display of firearm critical hit rate was swatched with skill hit rate in 4-piece sets equipment tool for the external component Acrobat set effects. So there's something issue with the Acrobat set they fixed. Fix an issue with a tooltip for the Spiral Tide Wave skill mod, omitting a description saying tracks gluttony's impurities. In-chat battles where 2 players could remove parts at the same time when using the mid-air maneuver sub-module. Interesting. Fix an issue with a support drone in the Echo Swamp outpost did not function properly. I did run into this when farming with friends, is I would go back to the post and try to refresh my ammo and health. Did not work, so glad they got that fixed. Void fragment rewards allow you to receive all 4 kinds of shards would change from 4, 3, 3, 3 to just plain 3 across the board. Cool. In the laboratory where effects activated when defeating enemies, skills or unique effects of unique weapons could still occur even when Volga's invincibility was enabled. Interesting. Fixed an issue with being tasked with collection of the fortress infiltration operation. Quarantine zone in heart of the fortress with 4 members could intermittently cause the champion monster to not spawn, making it impossible to acquire balancing plasma batteries. So for those who were farming that should be fixed. Increase the monster skill score for infiltration operation the Haven. Fix an issue. It was impossible to reach a perfect score even when increasing options to 240. Yeah, we did run into that issue where we got the score, but we were not able to get it. Glad they fixed that. Hard mode infiltration, unknown laboratories. When a player reaching a non-resurrection zone in advance could cause other players to not be teleported to. Yeah, I did run into that as well. Fix an issue with the melee energy would intermittently stop moving and not pursue players. Yeah, I did see that a few times too. So I'm glad that they fixed a lot of infiltration hard mode fixes for that. And miscellaneous PC fix an issue when using certain skills would glitch the screen when NVIDIA Reflex Boost mode was enabled. And look at this, chat. This is the new Descendant and armed with Cold Fury and ready to strike. What do you think is her greatest strategy? So it's going to be female who's going to be this new Descendant. And if I was hearing like rumors that was going to be a sniper character, but yeah, you can see here, it looks like a sniper. Why female again? That is a great question. But I'm not the one who's creating the next Descendant, so that is that. We don't know her name, but yeah, that is that. And then last bit is thank you. So that is Hotfix 1.0.7. Thanks for watching. I will see you in the next video.